Hi, welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Debbie Mediotti. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and founder and creator of Rebel Therapy and now Rebel Coaching, where I provide women's empowerment coaching. So I've started this series where I'm going through each of the major arcana of the tarot, and the reason being is that tarot is one of the modalities that I use in my work. I find, and clients find it to be quite informative. It provides for a depth of self-awareness, can give information about the energy that might be surrounding you in any given moment, and provide some real insight. Or my role here in this series is to also give you some interpretations and prompts for questions that if you pull the card or it pops out, that might give you some really good information or insight. Okay, so today our focus is on card 9, the Hermit. So as always, I'll ask you to find your seat. Take a moment, take a deep breath, a nice long exhale. Just kind of land in your space here today. And take a look at the card. It's also important to me that you learn to build a relationship with your intuition. And one of the ways that we do that is we trust what comes up when we look at the card. So I want you to ask yourself, what feeling comes over you when you look at these images? What do the colors represent? Is the number 9 significant for you? We've got some significant symbology on the card. We've got the lantern. And if you look close, there's a star lighting inside the lantern. We have a serpent and a wolf. It appears to be night. And the figure appears to be on a rather high cliffside. Okay. So the Hermit, first off, is the representative of the sign of Virgo. So Virgo is pretty well known for being, the list maker and the person you want on a trip because they've planned everything out perfectly, a bit self-critical, critical of others. But what you may not know about Virgo is that it is also the sign of wellness, spirituality, the connection, the intersection of those two places, wellness, spirituality, a depth of knowing. So whether you've pulled the Hermit because it's of its particular imagery, or your knowing of the card and you've chosen it specifically to put on your altar to as a guidepost for a question, a change, something significant for you, or you were doing a daily pull or a weekly pull and the Hermit popped out. So what might that prompt? So the Hermit is clearly a card of, I guess we could say, a card of seeking, right? We get this because of the imagery of the lantern, that it's at night, and that this figure, who appears to be an older gentleman by the white beard, so we can assume a figure of some age, maybe not necessarily chronological age, but certainly in wisdom gained. So the Hermit is about, it's about a desire or perhaps a need to delve deeply into your inner space. Now, it can mean one of two things. It can mean that you're looking or need to look for a teacher of some sort, or that the work, that you are your own guru, if you will, and that your quest is going to be a solitary, private, internal one. Hence the hermit, right? So whatever is appropriate for you. Sometimes we have done the internal questioning and work and exploration, and we've gone as far as we can, and we understand that we need a teacher of some sort. Perhaps this is a spiritual teacher, a therapist, a coach, a priest, some figure in the spiritual community. Maybe it's a tarot teacher. Maybe it's an astrologer, right? So your question might be around something that you don't have expertise in, and you are looking for somebody who has that expertise to help guide you. Maybe you want your birth chart read. Maybe you want to know where you should live, so you seek an astrocartographer. Perhaps you want a reading on a specific question and you seek a tarot reader. Or perhaps, as I said, the journey, the exploration is one you know you need to take on your own. It is my belief that the entire major arcana of the tarot is indicative of the heroine's journey. That we start at the Fool, we start on a journey, and we go through each of the cards of the major arcana because we are in search of ourselves, right? That journey is really one of self-discovery. And because the Hermit is in the second line of the tarot, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, consult Rachel Pollack's work on the tarot. She's written two extremely helpful books, and her take is that the second row of the tarot is about self-discovery. The first line being about ego, the second line being about self-discovery. So the Hermit can be, and typically is, a journey. And maybe the journey for you is that you begin to realize that you are your own teacher, that you possess all that you have been seeking externally. And now that you understand your own ability to answer your own questions, to be your own teacher, that you've done all the work and you do know the answers, you just need a quiet time, a time of solitude, to sit with that information, to process it while you come to a particular answer. The Hermit is really beneficial when you know that you are on this journey and you are open to this journey. That you're not afraid to do deep internal exploration. Be that with, as I said, with an expert in a particular field, or be that on your own. It won't be without its hardship. It won't be without its difficulties. But all journeys are like that, right? All journeys worth their weight require something of us. Remember, the card before it is strength. It will require strength. But it's also really important as a part of this heroine's journey as a part of giving you as much information as you need to make good decisions for yourself. Okay. So take some time, spend some time with the card. The symbology, it's quite profound, as in all the cards. See where your intuition leads you and begin your inner journey. Or maybe you're picking up from where you left off at a previous point. I'd love to hear your journey. If you'd like to leave that in the comments below, or any questions you may have. I will also leave my information in the description box below. And thank you for stopping by today. I'll see you again soon.